Tinubu dey use Nnamdi Kanu dey play wetin I call political chess game. Dis video expose a lot of secrets wey be say so many Biafras no know, or some of them are ignorant about it. I no go talk much, I go play you dis video make you watch am. Calm down, watch dis video from the starting to the ending. The ending side is most important place wey be say you no need to joke about with. All Biafrans need to watch this video and hear this video. Wetin Tinubu dey do right now, wetin Tinubu talk right now about. In fact, I no go just talk much, might just allow una make una just watch this video from the starting to the ending. But no matter how it is, I know that Biafra will surely come, and Biafra is a must. Nothing can stop Biafra. No man can stop Biafra. No woman can stop Biafra. Biafra is a must. It's a destiny that have come to stay. So I will just allow you to watch this video and make sure you write freedom for Nnamdi Kanu and freedom for Biafra people, and share this video to everyone on every social media platform. Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updates. Don't forget to drop your opinion at the comment section. Click the subscribe button for more updates and share this video again. Thank you so much, my lovely people. Watch this video and drop your opinion what you think.
Are you aware that the chances of Nnamdi Kanu getting justice in Nigerian court, the chances is very, very slim? And the reason is simple. It is simply because you can hardly get justice from the unjust system that you are fighting. Oh yes, the court always try to protect the system, not those fighting against it. And in that video I made a couple of days ago, I gave us instances in the case of Nelson Mandela of South Africa, in the case of Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya. They never got justice from the unjust system that they were fighting. Outside Nigeria, Martin Luther King Jr., all of them and so many of them in Europe, they never got justice from the unjust system that they were fighting. Oh yes. Now, Nnamdi Kanu has appealed for his case. He has appealed his conviction. But are you also aware that even if he got victory in that appeal court, that the federal government of Nigeria can still take him to Supreme Court? Are you aware? That is why I tell you that the chances of him getting justice in Nigerian court is very, very slim. Yes, we pray that he got justice because he's a just man. He has done absolutely nothing. He's only fighting for what is right. But in Nigerian court, it's unfortunate that the court always try to protect the system, whether good or bad. But the worst thing in the case of Nnamdi Kanu is that those who are supposed to be speaking for him are not speaking at all. In the case of the 5 governors in the southeast part of Nigeria, only this man, I will say, Governor Alex Oti, he's the only one that once in a while, come out, call the media and, say one or two things about Nnamdi Kanu. Soludo is there busy trying to finding a way to stop sit at home. This one, the governor of Ebonyi State, I have not for once heard about the case of Nnamdi Kanu. He has not even said anything about Nnamdi Kanu for once. Holy Jesus, am I talking of Hope Uzodinma, the one of Imo State? Abi Peter Mba of Enugu State? All these people, they are there for their own interest, not for the interest of the people. Because if they are in their offices in the interest or for the interest of the people, they will know that the people are demanding for the release of this man, and so they will speak up. But because they are there to please their masters, they wouldn't want to say anything or do anything that will hurt their masters, so they remain silent. Well, in this video I'm going to play for you now, you are going to understand the processes that this Kanu's appeal court will take and what is likely to happen next, whether even if he wins in the appeal or at the appeal court, or he loses, what is going to happen next. So please, I beg you to spend a little time, listen to them and understand what the process is all about. Then after watching it, you do well to drop your comment in the comment section. As I always say, this is not the time of, grumbling, fighting one another. No, it is a time of prayer. It is a time of prayer. Always remember him in your prayers. He needs your prayer. Whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, a traditionalist, Anybody you are that loves me, please do well to pray for him. So please, I'm going to allow you to listen to this. Then you do well to drop your comment in the comment section what to think about it, please.
IPOP leader Nnamdi Kanu has filed an appeal at the Court of Appeal challenging his conviction and multiple life sentences delivered by the Federal High Court in November. In the appeal, which cites 22 grounds, Kanu alleges denial of fair hearing, jurisdictional errors, reliance on repeal laws, unresolved motions and bail applications, double jeopardy, and a miscarriage of justice, arguing that his conviction was not proven beyond reasonable doubt. I see how Raymond right here, and of course, Kadilande. Raymond, you are a legal luminary, and from the look of things right now, how do you weigh in on the key legal issues raised in the Nnamdi Kanu's appeal against his conviction?
Okay, thank you very much. I think I was able to see the tweet of his former lawyer, now consultant, Mr. Aloy Ejimako, when he went to town with the fact of they having filed their notice of appeal. I was able to glean through some of the grounds. They relate to procedural infractions, the failure of the trial court, Honorable Justice Omotosho, to resolve the challenge to his jurisdiction, and also issues around him being denied the right to file his final written addresses, and also the court failure to consider what it described as the foundational context of the trial against the backdrop of the fact that he was abducted, or there was an attack at his country home, Afaruku, and he had to run for dear life before he was now renditioned back to the country. That the trial court failed to weigh the implication of that action against the trial. These are matters of, these are legal issues to an extent weighty, in the sense that they border on issues around jurisdiction, because if an appellate court finds that the trial court did not have jurisdiction to entertain the trial, that means whatever happened before the trial court is going to be quashed. So I think this is the beauty of the justice process, where you have another level of adjudication to test what an earlier court had decided. Now it's going to be before a panel of 3 justices. Before the trial court, it was just 1 judge. So you have 3 justices having the opportunity to look at what one arbiter has done, and then see whether there was a mistrial, there was a breach of Nnamdi Kanu's right to fair hearing, or whether the trial
part of right to fair hearing. This Nnamdi Kanu fired his lawyers and wanted to represent himself. So how do you think that particular ground would suffice in this argument? Well,
the Constitution says you are allowed to represent yourself or through a lawyer of your choice. So the fact that he disbanded his legal team still does not mean that he has lost the right to present his case. But again, it is still a complaint. It is for the appellate court to now look at it to see whether indeed he was denied the right to present his
like
case.
You said, this is the beauty of the justice
and after
system.
that, he still has another shot at the Supreme Court, and then we'll see how.
All right, Akadi, very quickly now, how do you think this particular situation would impact, the separatist agitations in the Southeast, this new development? How do you think it's going to affect it in any way?
In law, for the fact that there are still 2 more legs for him to try, irrespective of what happens at appeal, because if he wins at the appeal, federal government is likely to take it to Supreme Court. And when you're dealing with such issues, I think it's more political than legal.
I was going to say that too.
And a lot of people have come up with suggestions that there are things that are required of Kanu to do if there must be a political solution.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the body language and the physical language we're getting, that seems not to be coming. So to a large extent, a lot still depends on Nnamdi Kanu, for us to follow the path of amicable solution. Okay. However, when you look at the weight of those issues that made them, because when you're looking at all the cases you looked at, don't forget, one of the things that made it life sentence is that all these cases were things that were ruled adjudicated upon, which means that the one that has 20 years, one that has 30 years, there is one that has life sentence. The one that has to do with cutting people's head, all kinds of allegations that were made. That's one of the reasons why we believe that there must be, in my view, there must be a representative. These are issues that lawyers could continue to engage on. Do you understand? Because as long as he says he wants to do it this way, he's not going to what's the word? I think he didn't put up a defense.
Yeah.
And when you don't put up a defense, they will definitely go by the words of the prosecution. So these are issues that I don't want to preempt what will happen in appeal court, but I believe that lessons should have been learned. If lessons are not learned, appeal is very easy to quickly decide on.
Now, this question might pan out for the both of you. A recent report revealed that the seat at home has been called off. It was going viral online earlier on, and it was on the orders of Nnamdi Kanu. So I was monitoring the conversation, and some people are saying it's true. It's looking like they are finally calling off the seat at home.
No, let's put it this way. Is it that they've stopped sit at home, or there is an instruction?
There is an instruction that the sit at home should cease.
Did we see it anywhere?
Yeah, actually, I saw that clip
earlier today.
I saw that clip. Some guy,
Earlier today.
yeah, who described himself as acting at the behest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who they
Yes.
described as Onyendu,
Yeah.
and he has instructed them that the so-called money sit at home in Anambra and elsewhere, in Biafra land, in his own word, has been called off. That their children should not be affected, should go back to school, and the market should reopen, and all of that. But I think this also has to do with perhaps some kind of response to what Governor Soludo did in Anambra State. You know, he took a drastic measure and said, you know what, you have got to open your shops, otherwise we close it. So maybe this is, in a sense, the IPOP element adjusting to this new state response to the situation, in order to perhaps save face. I don't see it as a communication that comes officially from the stables of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where he's currently holding Sokoto prison.
Okay, so do you agree with him?
I think it's for me to let me study it. Let's
study
watch
it. Yeah,
I pray
it was true. Yeah, it was going viral earlier today. That's why I had to mention it. So I have not affirmed it, but it was like you said. The guy came, he made a video and said he was a representative of IPOB, and he said, look, they should call off the whole seat at home thing. And if you're saying it's due to Soludo's, current situation, maybe we just might have a reprieve in that area. Thank you very much, Kardilande, for your time on the show.
My pleasure.
It's indeed always glad to have you on the show, and of course, my legal luminary here. Thank you so much, Raymond Nakebe, right?
Kanebe.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And that's our show for
Nnamdi Kanu had no business being incarcerated this long. I say it, and I'm very, very vehement about it. Nnamdi Kanu has not committed the kind of sin or the kind of atrocities, the kind of constitutional infraction any Nigerian has committed. Now, you have people like Sunday Igboho, who was arrested with arms. Igboho is going about doing whatever he's doing. Now, you have several kingpins, whether they are bandits, whether they are terrorists, or whether they're anything they are called, they are free and going about their businesses. Nnamdi Kanu is simply expressing his constitutional and humanitarian right. And so to keep on caging Nnamdi Kanu or incarcerating him is not only a disservice to humanity, is also a great constitutional crisis that will come into this country. Let me take it from this point. How do we explain a situation? A man who has stood up clearly that what he is fighting for is the marginalization, perceived marginalization of a certain set of people in this country. And he has a historical anecdote. Now, what is the historical anecdote? The certain people, the Igbo people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, over the decades have been marginalized in this country. It is not a matter of allegation. It is not a matter of perception. It is something that is as strong as visible, seen everywhere. And Nnamdi Kanu has stood up as the only person that consistently over the years and had said to everybody that my people are suffering, that my people are not enjoying what they are supposed to enjoy in the country called Nigeria. And on account of that, he stood up and questioned the Nigerian state. So now, the Nnamdi Kanu issue is a multi-layered issue. First of all, you need to understand that there is a legal perspective to it, there is a political perspective to it, there is an economic perspective to it, there's also a socio-economic perspective to it. Now let's look at the legal side of it. This is a man that was arrested in 2022, 2021. When he was arrested, what was he arrested for? The charges were terrorism, treasonable felony, and managing an unlawful society. Now, those are the three things that he was accused of. Now, they went on trial. By 2017, the court granted him bail, and he came out. By 2022, when they attacked his house, in Umuahia, the natural instinct for somebody to survive is to see how he can survive. It's just to find a way to exit the environment where he was being attacked. And so he fled the particular scene, and he's fleeing of the particular scene. He found himself in the UK or wherever it is. And on account of that, they said he has run away. Now, the point being made is that while he was there, an arrangement was done to get him from Kenya, where he went to, and brought him back to the country. Since then, the legal issue has remained the way it is. It's not been moving forward. It's not going back. There has been a sustained effort directed by not only by the state, but there's some political contending interests within the Nigerian state, within the Igbo elites, within the political class to keep to put Kanu down. So, in the helicopter view, the Kanu phenomenon, the Kanu issue, is one issue that can consume the Nigerian state if it is not well managed. It is beyond the rhetorics we keep on talking about. The Kanu issue is an exemplary issue to show how we can manage a country. And if that is not done properly, if it is not done methodically, if it is not done with a sense of genuineness on the part of the Nigerian state, to see how they can have a political dialogue to manage the situation, it will definitely create more crisis. Of course, as we speak now, the Southeast is agitated. There is a plan of a protest that is coming up. Now, the nature and the reason, the entry of that particular protest, that we're also trying to analyze. But one thing remains that there is a very large number of population of Nigerians, whether they're from the Southeast, whether they're from the South, whether they're from the Southwest, whether from the South, from the North to the North. Everybody has one particular focus now to get Nnamdi Kanu out of the place. Then you ask yourself, why is it now that the whole focus, the attention is for Nnamdi Kanu to come out? Is it for the purpose of securing a political capital? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. Why would it be at the timing now that is happening? Well, whatever timing it is, we're all interested. What we're interested is Nnamdi Kanu should be let off hook and let him rejoin not only his family. He has a right, because as we speak, his health is bad and he has to go and take medical treatment wherever it is. So finally, regarding Nnamdi Kanu, my position is Nnamdi Kanu has not committed any sin which other terrorists in this country have committed. Nnamdi Kanu is not as worse as Sunday Igboho. Nnamdi Kanu is not as demonic as the line of terrorists that are lined up in the north. They're everywhere. Nnamdi Kanu is not as evil as the bandits that spread out now. That you have a bandit that will come and have a meeting with the Nigerian state operatives. Yet Nnamdi Kanu, who did not carry gun, who did not do anything that is inhuman to speak like this set of people, is kept incarcerated in a cell. It's time for Nnamdi Kanu to come out from the prison, and we can move forward for a political dialogue on how we can reintegrate the Igbo people back to the nation state called Nigeria. There is a huge crisis among the political elites. Now, the lack of cohesion amongst the political elite is one factor that we need to also ask ourselves. Now, you need to find yourself, who are the governors of the Southeast? How did they get to where they are? You're talking about Mba, who just defected to APC. You're talking about Alex Uti. You're talking about Soludo. You're talking about several of the governors in the Southeast. Francis Wifre and Hope Uzodinma and the rest of them. Now, if I ask you one particular question, in your based on the assessment of all that has happened, do you think that Hope Uzodinma would support the release of Nnamdi Kanu? There's no way he will support it.
Why do you think so?
Why I think so is because before his incarceration, you saw the battle, not only the media battle, you saw the punches, you saw not only the verbal punches, you saw the political volleys that was going on between himself and the governor of Imo State. Now, not only that, he sees Hope Uzodinma sees Nnamdi Kanu as one of those who had made Imo State ungovernable for himself. So no right-thinking or rational governor will want Nnamdi Kanu to come out. But it is time to understand that this is a statesman. I am now a statesman that governs a people, and these parochial things should not be features or factors that I should look into, but rather it should be things I will consider in a broader perspective. So to your question, why is it that people like Hope Uzodinma, who is a governor, will not want Nnamdi Kanu? I've just addressed that. He will not want, because that time he made it in a way that it becomes very uncomfortable for him to govern the state. So Hope Uzodinma said. Now, for other governors, you need to understand the background of Oti himself. Oti is not a very noisy person. Oti is a very sound, professional, laid back, but organized political leader that is doing much in Abia, and that is his constituency. I do know of a certainty that OT has been at the background doing a whole lot for Nnamdi Kanu to come out, even though he might not come out in the media to talk about it. But there's a lot of work that's been going on the ground to see how Nnamdi Kanu will come out. First, it is his constituency, because that is where he comes from. Secondly, it will also be a political plus for him. Thirdly, it will now also bolster his chances of re-election. Fourthly, it will put him in a position to even get closer to the president, and also to see how they can project the Igbo cause. So I see him being at the forefront of this particular campaign, but he is being also very, very cautious in his movement. Now, for people like Winfrey of Airborne, I can see neither here nor there where he is. Of course, you should understand his political mentor, Umahi. Umahi is vehemently opposed to anything that has to do with the Biafran cause. So I do not see any difference. I do not see any impact. I do not see any way his boy to speak, or his political son will want to go to want to do what he doesn't want to do. So that's for Airborne himself. Now for Soludo, you know Soludo's position regarding this. Soludo does not take kindly to anything that has to do with this Biafran cause and all that, and he has voiced that over time. It's not hidden. His position is very clear. Now to your question, why is it that the southeastern governors are reluctant to come out forcefully to now, as an umbrella body, to see how they can get Nnamdi Kanu out of incarceration? The answer simply is this: everybody is scared of his position of governor, and that how impact on him, either during his re-election or their continual governance of that particular state. That is the reason. They're just being selfish about it, and that's why it stands.
This man is innocent. He didn't commit all these offenses that warrant life sentence. People say that we are being sentimental. We are being sentimental. And I keep asking them, where is that country that have named Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist in the whole world? None. So it is a shame to the federal government of Nigeria for what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. It's a shame on them. Seriously. And I know that with time, Donald Trump will look into Nnamdi Kanu's matter. It's a matter of time. We are getting there. It is one thing at a time. One day, Nnamdi Kanu's case will come up at the international level, and the whole world will ask questions. Because everything that was done to Nnamdi Kanu was not right. Seriously, it was not right. Do you know the irony? The man who went to Kenya to kidnap him is going through the same ordeal that he subjected Nnamdi Kanu to. A court freed him the other day. As he was coming out as a free man, DSS arrested him and took him back to jail. The same thing this man did when Nnamdi Kanu was freed. You can imagine. So it's a matter of time. Nnamdi Kanu, I thank God for the spirit he has. Nothing will happen to him. He will come out.
Nothing will happen to him.
Yes.
But Barrister, what is the essence of granting honorary citizenship to a man that is serving life sentence? What's the essence of it?
That means they didn't believe in what you have done. Mr. Okoro, it shows that the world out there, they believe in Nnamdi Kanu. They believe in the body. They believe in the cause you are pursuing. It shows that the Nigerian government made a mistake. If I said shame will be on them for all these things. Shame will be. Let them challenge America and ask them, why did you give such an honor to a man? Let them challenge them.
I was coming to that. How do you think this will impact Nigeria-US relations?
They won't talk about it, Mr. Okoro. They won't even mention it at all. They will pretend as if they didn't hear or see it, because they don't want to anger everybody. Because of what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. Everything, the trial, everything was wrong, and they know it. They don't want to put him away. Look at what other people have done. That is 100 times more than what they were accusing Nnamdi Kanu of. What happened to them, Okoro? Please, what happened to them? It's a shame on the federal government of Nigeria for what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. His God will fight for him over this nonsense they did. The real terrorists are out there. They are dining and whining with them. A foreign terrorist called Toju Bello is there, issuing threats, giving order, and villagers are leaving their homes, leaving their families.
So how much influence can America have over the ruling, a court's ruling in Nigeria, over a citizen of Nigeria? How much influence can America have?
As I talk to you now, 80 prisoners has been released in Venezuela on the orders of Donald Trump. 80. The people that this man, this president drug pusher has detained.
Maduro.
Maduro. Yes. They are being released. So wherever there is injustice everywhere in the world, Mr. Okoro, we should all fight it.
At the time when he was incarcerated, I mean, we know how America can be with those that are from America, especially when they have dual citizenship. We know how they can interfere in such incarceration. Why didn't America interfere when he was incarcerated? Because the wife even called for assistance. Some Nigerians also called America to get involved at that time.
You know,
and the international community as well.
The bureaucracy in America is so huge. In fact, America is the world. The bureaucracy, the information Donald Trump received in his day is almost the information the whole world received. All this will come to his table.
So it took time for it to get to his ears.
I think so.
It took years
yes,
for it to get to his ears.
But he was almost there. Ask yourself how this trial panned out. That was when the discussion was on. And this federal government discovered that this man may call for Nnamdi Kanu release. And they went on a trial, on a hurried trial. That was why I kicked against what she already did. When he was talking about to release Nnamdi Kanu protest, I kicked against it. Everybody saw my stand because I knew something was in the offing. It would have been easier now for Donald Trump to talk about Nnamdi Kanu in detention than now that have jailed him. And the federal government knew. That was why they hurried that trial. And I was telling my people, don't support this show and what he's trying to do. There's something behind it. Nobody listened to me. It would have been very, very easier because by now nobody will talk of a trial because of what is going on today. Nobody, the federal government wouldn't have tried to try Nnamdi Kanu with Donald Trump looking at what is going on here. Because he will ask questions. So why are you trying this man when other terrorists are out there?
Barrister, do you think this move will force Nigerian government to have like a behind-the-scene political?
Of course. Yeah, it's going to
having that link
confrontation. It's going to happen. It's a question of time. All this will come to the table at one point or the other. Because right now, Donald Trump is saying no more Muslim ticket. No more Muslim.
Is that what he said?
Donald Trump, that's the condition he gave. No more Muslim. And Tinubu dare not go against it. He said it.
All right. Talking about Barrister, I recall asking when you brought the issue of Jackson, Sunday Jackson, who was released last week. It's like somehow I preempted this award given to Nnamdi, because I asked you at that point, do you think that the United States will give this as a condition? You have to release it.
Yes, I said so. Yes, I said.
Exactly.
Yes.
I asked you the question.
Yes, it's coming.
I want us to return to the issue of how this impacts, Nigeria-United States relations. For a while now, the federal government has been saying, look, it is IPOB that went to the United States of America to tell the U.S. government and Trump that, look, there's Christian genocide in Nigeria. At the backdrop of this, you see a state in the United States of America, Georgia, to be very precise, award Nnamdi the honorary citizenship and ambassador of goodwill, And I want us to return to the issue of how that will impact Nigerians. Do you think that they will call up the issue of the image burnishing that they are doing, where we are paying about $750,000 a month? Are they going to use it to attack and recreate the narrative about IPOB being a terrorist organization and all of that? What do you expect to see in the coming days coming from the Nigerian government?
I am telling you that the shame of what the federal government did to Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB will not allow them to mention anything like that again to the U.S. government. Because they know that the U.S. government is not in support of what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. So they won't even want to attract any attention. That's what I'm telling you, that they will keep quiet over this award they gave Nnamdi Kanu.
Even when they insist that it was IPOB that pulled Trump into Nigeria.
All those ones are rumors. It's not even the federal government. It's some hangers on.
The federal government has said that. It was in the Guardian of Friday.
Let them make all those noise. But did you hear the U.S. make noise about it? Did it attract any international attention? That one is by the way, because you and I know the truth, that this is propaganda. The genocide going on in Nigeria is known by the whole world. So why would you say it was Nnamdi Kanu IPOB? Can you just imagine?
Barrister, this award, this honorary citizenship given to Nnamdi Kanu, is it going to internationalize this matter? And I would also like to recall that Nnamdi is a British citizen. And in all of this, UK has been mute, over the issue since trial and all of that. They never interfered. They never said anything. A British citizen being tried in another country, sentenced to prison, life sentence and all. Do you think that it will somehow internationalize the Nnamdi Kanu problem?
It will. I told you here, it's a matter of time before Nnamdi Kanu's case will come to the front burner internationally. America will pick it up at one point or the other. I said it is one thing at a time. At a point, when this matter gets to the level it will get to, Donald Trump will intervene and ask questions. I'm not joking. If they can relieve that Jackson man, why would they release the Nnamdi Kanu? No, tell me. Because these are men of injustice. It's injustice on his own. So all those things that they accuse IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu, the whole world has seen that it was just a travesty of justice. No, that's why nobody is buying into what the federal government is doing. Nobody is paying attention. UK, you are talking about, UK have interest in Nigeria.
Okay.
They have interest from the day of amalgamation till now. UK never wanted Nigeria to breed. They want us to remain where we are, where they kept us. And so, if there's anybody that is coming to change the status quo, they will not be comfortable with it.
Okay, so apparently they are in tacit support of Nnamdi.
Of course, that's why they never said anything. You can imagine. That's why they never said anything. They never said anything. Under normal circumstances, they are the one who's supposed to be at the front burner instead of Donald Trump of America.
Being a British citizen.
Yes, not even that. Being a colonial master. They should be interested in what is going on in Nigeria.
No, you already said they have interest in what is going on.
I am trying to buttress the fact that they are not Nigerian friends.
Okay.
That's why they are keeping mute. Because some people want to topple the status quo. They left since 1914. And so they won't be happy with it. So anybody that want to go towards that route, they won't like it. Anything that they handed power to is doing, they will support it. Because they want it to remain like that. That is the British people for you. Always looking for a way to suppress people. That's why they lost their prestige in the whole world. They lost it.
Barrister, you said something in the course of this program. Trump having to go to Venezuela to release about 90 prisoners.
Yeah, 80 of them.
And you say you expect that he will do the same thing here in Nigeria. Of course, he has already done that.
Yes.
Barrister, how does that fit into international law, international relations, about the issues of sovereignty? What is America trying to say? Like, you stay in your country. Trump already said, well, we are running Venezuela from Washington. So what does that speak about global power in terms of sovereignty of nations? Is it a proper thing to do? Is it right to do that?
I have told you here that evil does not last forever.
Who defines what is evil?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Barrister, who defines what is evil? Somebody.
Yes.
The same Donald Trump that Saudi Arabia when they killed Khashoggi in Turkey.
Yes.
Is now trying to speak about good and evil. So who determines what is evil?
Mr. Kuru, now let me tell you, there are levels of evil.
Okay.
If you're a world power, you decide what you want and what you don't want. That's why you're a world power.
Okay.
You decide what you want and what you don't. It's like challenging God. Who are you to challenge God? Who are you? There are things that God has done that we don't even understand. Some of us will think, if we see God, we'll query him. But he is God. He said nobody can query him. That's the truth. You said that you are giving a land to the Israelites, a promised land. Meanwhile, some people in that land, you give them the land. Is that not what causing problem today? So can you go and ask God, why did you do this? You can't.
Okay, so God is the architect of that problem now.
Didn't you hear me? He said a promised land. And the promised land is where the Palestinians were living. This is when they say that we are dragging them away from their house and occupying it by force.
Okay.
Didn't you see it?
No, I asked a simple question.
I'm telling you now. So, but there must be a history behind it.
Okay.
So when a world power is dictating what he wants and what he does not want, so you don't have the power to challenge.
So when a world power, so the line between good and evil gets blurred because there's a world power.
Of course.
Because the Trump will say, well, we can't stop doing business with Saudi Arabia because Khashoggi was killed. And the same Trump will turn around and say, well, release 90 prisoners from Venezuela because they were, unlawfully
in international politics.
Okay.
The Machiavellian principle plays the major role. The end justifies the means. If there's an end you are pursuing, you can overlook all that things to pursue that end. Saudi Arabia is a business partner with America. America is owing that country so much money. American security are in that country. American business, American companies are in that country, and they're making a hell of money. So that alone covers every other thing.
Let's bring it back home.
It's a capitalist state.
Let's bring it back home. So we have established that great powers do whatever they like.
Exactly.
So if we come to back home here in Nigeria, is it proper to say that great politicians should do what they like and work?
No.
You are cherry picking.
Oh no. I said great power. What power?
So we are talking about powerful people in the country.
There is no powerful person here. Do you know what it means? Is that what you are comparing? Because you stole a lot of money. Is that what makes you powerful?
How did great powers become great powers?
They work on the economy. America is the greatest economy today. Can you challenge it? $39 trillion.
Okay.
You are not even up to 1 trillion. What are you saying?
So we are comparing.
I'm trying to convince you. Don't go through that route. There's no great man here. All of them are looters. They plundered the economy.
Do you know how America made its money?
They worked on their economy.
How did they work on it?
They grew their economy. No American president has been accused of the type of humongous amount our leaders are stealing here. Nobody can do it in America and get away with it. It's not possible. The system will catch him. But here, up to today, we are talking of 210 trillion naira missing in NNPC. Mr. Okoro, that money is with somebody. Two of us. Did it just disappear? Is that what you call a great man?
So with this new Georgia proclamation, so are we saying that Kanu's case is now being reframed globally as a human rights issue and not a criminal one?
It has never been a criminal matter. That Kanu is a political prisoner of conscience. Forget about all these shenanigans the federal government are doing and all that. I'm telling you that people have done worse than Nnamdi Kanu, and nobody called them. Nobody even reprimanded them or arrested them. Is that not true? People that sponsor the terrorism are still with us up to today. They are here. Plateau. Did IPOP occupy any place in the southeast? No, tell me. These are facts that you and I can verify. So what happened to those people? You left them as if it does not matter. But you can arrest Nnamdi Kanu and imprison him, Abi. God will save you. God will bring him out of that place. I'm very, very sure of that. No matter what they do. Kanu is a true Igbo son. The God of Igbo land will save him from there. He will come out. Because it has happened. Just last week, Al-Mustafa, the former CSO to Abacha, was freed by the Supreme Court. Was freed after how many years? He was in detention throughout Obasanjo's regime, two of us. So if some people can go through, why can't Nnamdi Kanu?
Okay, Barrister, let's come further home. This award to Nnamdi Kanu, now this recognition, how do you think it's going to impact federal government IPOB relations in the coming days? I mean,
they will now with this award, they should not be having a rethink. Okay. Yes, they should not be having that a world power, a state, in the country of the world power is recognizing Nnamdi Kanu, and that up to today nobody has seen Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist. So it should give them a rethink. That is just the truth.
Barrister, this award, we understand, it's just honorary. It's not legally binding. It doesn't confer U.S. citizenship on Nnamdi Kanu. Am I correct?
Look,
it's just honorary, yes.
Now from clapping hand we dey enter dance. So
Okay, so where are we now?
we are clapping hand now.
Okay, so on
that means
not full citizenship.
We are going there. We are
going.
It's a gradual process. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a another state. You know, and America have 50 states.
Exactly.
One of them will take it a notch further. One of them will say, so this guy, okay, let us.
No. My question is this: It doesn't actually confer U.S. citizenship on Nnamdi Kanu.
It's coming now. It's coming.
Okay, it's coming.
So
in the meantime, before it comes, so how do you think that will affect IPOB federal government relations here in Nigeria?
I say
is Nigeria going to come hard on them?
No, for what? For what reason? They are even softening up now. The other day, they celebrated the January 27 killing of their members somewhere. They protested all around the
January 17.
Nobody talked to them. Abi? So they are beginning to understand what is happening.
Okay, so there's more like a tour in the relationship between FG and IPO.
Yeah, they are beginning to be sensible. That's what I'm telling you. Yes.
So you think that this president is doing good by that?
No, he's not doing any good. He's not doing any good at all. This is your right.
Okay.
No, you cannot give me my right. This is a natural right for me to protest what I don't like. He's not doing anything.
Now, he has allowed a free space. We had people who didn't allow his free space.
That's what it is their own no job. Didn't they get to what they deserve from that? How can you give me my right? It's my right. I'm the owner. So why can you not give it to me? No, you don't. You have not done me any favor.
But someone once took away that right from you.
And the person got what he deserved.
Okay, so the person that allow you to have access those rights now is not doing good by you.
He's not doing any good because it's my right. You didn't hear me. He didn't do me any favor. The favor he will do to me now is to make sure that I'm secured. That's what he swore to do. He swore that he will protect lives and property. That is the greatest thing Tinubu will do, and I will clap for him.
Barrister, don't you think this recognition might also harden the government's stance against?
No, they dare not. They dare not. Harden waiting. They dare not. The one they did is still smelling. They don't want to offend anybody again by being hard on anybody instead of doing terrorists. They dare not. You have forgotten. America is watching minute by minute what is going on in Nigeria. You can't tell me that you are looking for peace and you are asking for trouble at the same time. No, America will not take that. They will not take that.
It's now obvious and clear to me. Say Tinubu won't use Nnamdi Kanu do campaign 2027 election. From wetin I don't hear and from the body language of Tinubu, he won't use every possible means to see we be say in win election. All the whole northern hostage, whole eastern hostage. If I hold every tribe hostage, Tinubu dey find every possible means. It's a shameful thing. It's a shameful thing. A man that have not done any single thing will be say all of them really know say truly never do anything. For the past 11 years right now, and when people start to take laws into their hands right now, they go say, why would they take law into their hands? Now when we say Biafra, they go peacefully, they agitate, they no one just even hear, okay, release Mazen and the cow. And somebody just talk say it's because of their political gains and political interests will make them, they know say if they release them immediately, it will cause issue to them. So how does it make any sense? Okay, since you are saying like that, can't you address the major root cause of what we say that they always agitate or they talk about? If you can address those root cause, all this issue of agitation, left, right, and center, do this one, will not be springing up if you address it. But you fail to address the root cause, just the heal, the thing say you go just heal wound on its own. When you never heal within the cause, it will still grow back. And they're beating a child and they express it, made them not cry. It's a shameful thing. But I know that God of justice will liberate us from all the shackles of the enemy. And again, me would they pray for, as in me would just mobilize a day. I always say this, you understand? Let's just mobilize a day to start to pray. The way we just bring out Monday, sit at home. Nothing God cannot do. Me on my own, I always pray for Mazen and the cow. Nothing God cannot do. If you believe in God, in fact, in anything you are serving, just they pray. We will just release, even though sin are still the same Monday. We will just they pray. Anytime we say pray for Mazen and the Kala, and God will just do it for her, because this thing I don't pass. Be careful right now. These people are very, very devilish. Their mindset strong like stone. I'm not gonna just talk much. Drop your own thoughts at the comment section. What do you think about this video? What do you make up about this video? Share your opinion at the comment section. Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updates, and share this video to everyone on every social media platform, WhatsApp, Facebook, every social media platform. Share this video right now. Thank you.